Hey Ruth, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been so long that I've wanted to have this discussion and podcast with you. I know how hardworking you are and how professional you are and how much you bring to Maidly Home. So before we speak about the industry, the company and your work, I would like you to present more about yourself, to tell us more about yourself, about your journey, and also about how you ended up at Maidly Home.
Fantastic. I'm glad to be here with you. You are awesome. And I've been waiting for this as well for quite some
Thank
time.
you.
So, just to give you a brief, I've been doing holiday homes and management for roughly 5 years. And it's been a journey up and down. Through this journey, I've gotten to learn how companies operate differently because I have been at approximately 4 companies. So, each company has its pros and cons. And I can tell you now that working with Maidly Home and Stefan alongside the wonderful Laura has been a pleasure. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And I would like to know what makes Maidly Home different from the other players in the market. What is the different aspects you have in the company and what you bring to your clients that is different from what we have in the market?
Fantastic. So, Maidly Home gives a lot of flexibility and just a lot of visibility for the clients. Majority of companies here in Dubai like to be quite shady, for lack of a better word, and they don't like to give the client an overview of transport fees, things like resort fees, cleaning fees, etc. So client is usually very blinded by a lot of activity that's happening in their apartment. So with Maidly Home, we give our clients enough access to just see what the property is performing at, how it's performing, and all the channels it's listed at. Alongside, we like to always give guests a perfect experience. So we give them all the options that they need in their stay, depending on where they're booked and the location. And we give them numerous recommendations alongside any additional features that we can offer. So Maidly Home is very flexible and it's very transformative. So we like to change according to the times.
Okay, that's great. And also, let's go back to your role. I just would like to know more about you and more about the challenges you faced in your role and how you just went through it.
So challenges are part of life and I welcome them every time.
Yeah.
My role is basically, let's say, admin and sales. So I am in charge of bringing in new clientele. They reach out to me to check out our services. As you know, there's numerous holiday homes in Dubai. So you need to be quite honest and upfront with the client.
Yeah.
I prefer to, just make myself a one-stop shop for the client. If they require any service, let's say even to apply for internet, we offer this because at the end of the day, customer satisfaction is the first goal and then the rest flows smoothly.
Okay. I also heard that you also furnish the apartments. You take in charge all this section. I want to know more about all the services you have at Maidly Home. Is it only the holiday home management or also the furnitures and all the setup process that you handle?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, we do everything. We handle, let's say, from the moment the landlord is given the key, we handle the rest. All he has to do is offer us his documentation and we take care of building registrations. We take care of applications for the permits. We also take care of any services like utility connections, furnishing in case the property comes unfurnished. We take care of handling guest management, cleaning, maintenance, professional photography, basically the whole camaraderie. So we like to give the clients a very, very easy life. All they need to check is what they're getting every end of the month. We do the rest.
Perfect. And also, I had another question. Sometimes people think that for holiday home management, you always only take studios or one bedrooms. But I want to know, do you also handle the biggest properties like villas and mansions, or how does it work from your side?
Yes, indeed. We welcome all properties. The problem in Dubai is not the type of apartment you have, it's how it's managed. So we like to specify and we like to give the client what will work for their specific property because it's not the same for each property. So we take studios, one beds, 2 beds, 3 beds. We take 7 beds villa. We take mansions. Even if the president of Dubai wants us to rent his property, please feel
Most
free.
welcome.
Contact Maidly Home.
Perfect. And I want to know, we hear that the Dubai market and Dubai real estate market has changed a lot and it's keep changing and growing. I want to know, how has the Dubai real estate market changed since you started working in this industry?
So I believe that change usually happens internally. Not much changes geographically, because you're in the country. Summer seasons are exactly the same. Winter periods are exactly the same. So you have to, you internally change and strategize yourself in a way that's growing and in a way that is scalable. So yes, Dubai has changed slightly. As I like to say, within the 5 years that I have done management in properties. And what I have noticed is my standards have kept improving, and you like to always maintain a high standard. If you maintain a high standard internally, everything else in your work, in your personal life improves. It's just how it goes. So no matter what changes come along, you have to make sure you're there and equipped with the right tools to be able to handle whatever change comes, even if it's geographic. I don't know, summer comes at December, for instance, you have to be able to adjust so that the properties, the clients, and the guests still have an unmatched experience here.
Yeah. And also, I heard that sometimes you have some crazy experiences at
Oh.
work with some guests.
Yes.
Some of them are positive, some of them are negative. I let you choose which one of them you want to tell me more about, so that also people who watch us can know more about the behind the scenes of your work and all the holiday home management we do with Maidly Home.
Yes. So positive guests are delightful, but I will highlight the negative ones just because they're so bizarre. Some experiences are very crazy. You wonder, are you human? So you find someone, for instance, we had one of our apartments. The guest checked in, very delightful during conversations and booking. So we naturally accepted the booking. The reviews even on Airbnb are quite pleasant from this guest. But apparently he checked in with 5 cats and 7 dogs in a 1-bed
What?
apartment.
In a 1-bedroom?
That didn't make any sense.
So they were 10 animals.
10 animals plus a baby, plus the wife, plus him, and God knows how many more people. So it was very, it was very crazy. Upon checkout, we found all the furniture was completely damaged. We found the curtains wrapped as if it's a wedding. I don't know what was happening, and it was completely bizarre. So the good thing with this, we have systems in place so that no matter what a guest does to a landlord's property, we have a way to recover and recoup all the damages. So for instance, Airbnb, Booking.com, and all these other platforms provide damage claims section, whereby a team will evaluate everything. In the case the guest doesn't respond or doesn't want to pay, Airbnb will foot the bill for us, and they will penalize the guest later on. So usually we are completely protected. In the instance, it's a direct booking, just coming directly from our channels, our websites. We like to take a damage deposit beforehand. This is refundable only upon checkout and upon the inspections that take place after you have checked out. So this one protects us, protects the landlord, and that way we don't, go back to the landlord, hey, we need to buy a new couch. We can just buy it from the deposits or from the claims.
That was a part of maybe the answer of my next question. It's how do you balance between the guest experience that it still has to be good and also keeping the landlord and the owner protected? So how do you balance between these two points?
Great question. This one is just in between the descriptions of the property. Whenever you're listing a property, you need to put as much information as possible. It doesn't matter. Add the tiniest, simplest detail, like this is how you turn on a switch. That's it. You send a guest rules as well, check-in rules. We always have systems in place also that the guest needs to sign a contract. In the case of this, in the case of that, you are liable, and this and the other thing can cost you a case in the Dubai courts as well. So you are well informed before you pay. of what is expected, so that in between your stay, there's no surprises. So you know how to just be a normal person, make the place pleasant. And even when you're checking out, just throw the trash, simple things like that. There's a trash chute in every floor. Throw the trash, do this and the other thing, turn off the lights, maintain the AC conditions so the bills are not super high. That way the landlord and us and also the guest experience a completely stress-free stay.
Yeah. And also, now that we speak about the properties, how do you make your properties stand out of like all the properties we have listed in the market? What makes them different, and what makes you attract as much clients and visitors?
You have good questions today, by the way. What we do is, firstly, you need to optimize the listings with keywords. Usually in the AI world nowadays, if you don't have specific keywords for your property, nobody will see it. Secondly, you need to make sure that you have absolute reviews. This is the highest review that you can get from any platform. This way, the property gets more visibility in any system. And that way, let's say booking.com, yours comes on to the first page, Airbnb, so on and so forth. So with this, we like to make sure, make the best pictures, for instance, because personally, for me, when I book a place, I am not going to check the descriptions, to be very honest. I see the photos, I like what I see, I book. And I am betting 80% of guests do the same. Very few will go through word by word what's there, what's not there. So just to make yourself stand out, have very unique furnishings suited for the place that the property is located in. Make sure the descriptions are perfectly crisp, and also make the title attractive. Use some nice words, keywords. Don't use like luxury, elegant. Those are just, you can even
use it. Everyone uses it.
Everybody is luxurious nowadays. Yeah. So be like flamboyant. And then when the guest is checking, this is the only flamboyant one. So why not?
Yeah. Thank you, Ruth, for your answers. So I have one last question for you. If you just have to sum up all your experience at Madely Home and how you feel at the company, I just would like you to say something about it all.
Yeah, that's making me a little bit emotional, because Madely Home is like a baby of mine and Laura. And I mean, the company is growing very steadily. When you start a new company, there's a lot of uncertainty, and you just have to be positive. And I am very grateful to have the team that we have, with even Regan as the guest agent manager. He really makes the quality and the standards match. And when everybody is making their stride and pulling their weight, it's super simple. It feels like, I don't have anything to do today, but a lot has been accomplished yet. Yeah. So it's just about everybody putting their effort, their best foot forward. And this is what I am experiencing in Madely Home. All the companies I've been at, you find yourself doing all the work alone. And it's a nightmare. You feel burnt out, overwhelmed. And the one thing I've noticed, even with Stefan and Laura, they like to make everything seamless and just comfortable for everybody, staff, clients, guests, everybody. So this is the one thing I appreciate the very most, because there is no better place to work than a place that appreciates your contribution. And this is exactly what I have been experiencing with Madely Home, and I wish to experience it for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years.
I'm so happy for you, and it's also something I can confirm since I'm also part of the group.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Ruth, for today. It was amazing having you and hearing more from you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, I'm Ruth from Madely Home, and we're going to give you exclusive episodes for this podcast. So let us know any burning questions you have. I guarantee the next one is gonna blow your mind.